Dinner was, funnily enough, ordinary. People sat down, ate, chatted, and it was as if it was just another communal meal during a get-together.
Except everyone sat 27 chairs apart from each other at this extremely long table.
Yeah. Benson came by briefly, but said little, looking as hollow as he had been the past couple of days, but it didn't seem like anyone else noticed. Benson? Ah! The mysterious new room again.
Oh, hey.
It's so surreal that this room just didn't show up for like 16 days, and then we just casually walked into it like it was always there. After dinner, I'd wandered out in search of Benson, noticing that one of the side rooms was left ajar. You dropped this jar. There he was, sitting in a heap in one of the fancy chairs that sat in the room, staring sullenly into space. He looked exhausted, and his age was clearer now compared to his usual prim and proper presentation.
Do you require something, Dave?
I fidgeted on the spot and he pulled himself out of the chair slowly, dusting himself off. I don't want to be a bother, but, are you okay? You look tired.
Between keeping a constant lookout for threats to come and getting very little sleep with the loss of Oswin still relatively fresh, I do believe I'm tired.
And nothing else?
My boy, what do you need? Surely you didn't just come in here to check up on me, although it's appreciated.
Right. Well, I was wondering if you knew what the full moon when the full moon was. It was the best thing I could come up with to keep the conversation moving forward, even though I'd already found out. Just watching Benson there was making me worry, as if he'd just fallen apart if we stopped talking. As if he'd just fall apart. Did we find out when the full moon was? Did you do that off camera and not tell us?
IDK.
Pardon. If I heard you correctly, I'm afraid you have me at a loss. I don't see why you would think I'd know such a thing. I told you as much yesterday.
No period again. They're just disappearing lately. I don't know. I'm worried about what's going to happen with Tyson, or rather, when it's going to happen.
We're believing that rat after all. Very well. As it turns out, I was curious myself and did some digging. Assuming what I found to be correct, tomorrow night is the next full moon.
Well, I don't know why you think I would know that thing. Stop asking. Okay, well, I looked it up. It's tomorrow. Why? I don't understand. Thanatos is a smug little shit that seems to enjoy not giving you information despite eventually giving it to you. But Benson is seemingly forthcoming about a lot of these things, unless it's specific, like, family secret stuff. So it's very weird when he then just won't just tell you immediately. That quickly?
It seems that way. Either this is a joke or some cruel twist of fate that we find ourselves in.
Why did... It was the best thing I could come up with to keep the conversation moving forward, even though I'd already found out. So Dave found out off camera when the next full moon is, because I don't think we knew yet. Because I would have then, like, been sealing the deal, like, okay, here we go, day 19, evening. That's when the full moon, like, I would have zeroed in on that if it was established. So he found it off camera, but that was pointless because Benson tells him in the scene anyway. Weird. Just very weird choice. We still have options, right?
The offer is there if you wish me to deal with the problem the moment I notice it, although you've expressed a want for minimal bloodshed should it come to pass.
Yeah, don't kill my brother. Right.
Benson, is there a way that you could possibly just shoot Thanatos with one of your guns? Could you just do that? That could be a great option. You already don't like him. Is there any way you could do that while also making me money?
Yeah.
That would be great. That would just check every box.
You shoot Thanatos, and then all of the scavenger hunt tokens fall out.
Yeah. And then I inherit the house.
Yeah, like
and all of the gold buried in the vault underneath.
The gold.
And there's no way I can get you to reconsider. Not even for $100, Dave? Think about all the games you could buy with $100.
I know you love him a lot, but what if I gave you 1.6 Xbox 360 games? You can buy Call of Duty 3 and Big Red 1. That's just... How much sleep have you had?
Well, truth be told, I've had very little. Even that's being generous. I dare say I haven't had any in a couple of days.
I just feel
I'm waiting
like,
for him to be like, but you wouldn't be able to tell, would you?
I just feel like Dave keeps not telling people things, but Benson knows everything basically. So just tell Benson about why Tyson's acting up, and then he won't shoot Tyson because he knows what's happening. This is so
literally
solvable,
nothing about this game makes any sense.
Benson does know about Thanatos and the vault, so there's no reason not to just tell him everything.
It literally does not grok to me why these characters are acting this way. I do not understand the secrecy.
Yeah.
Like this is not just like characters being strategic.
Works here is gonna murder your best friend, then just be like, no, Thanatos is playing dog whistles at him. It's just right there.
I'm struggling right now. I have bad thoughts in my brain.
But that's really bad.
Chalk it up to yet another reason I dislike the rat. I can still hear his taunting echoing down the halls.
You really don't like Thanatos, huh?
Who would? But also...
Who would?
But also, do something about it, you fucking coward. Just fucking squish the rat.
Why would I? Consciousness is a privilege of the living. Giving it to a machine as well. He's hardly shown to be putting it to good use.
I like how he's like,
I'm upset about this abomination of life on the principle of it being an abomination of life, rather than the principle of it being an asshole who wants to kill all of us for reasons unknown. You get me, Dave, right? Can I convince you to let me murder your best friend?
This is a strange things to fixate. Like, Benson's an anti-AUG member, and not like the more relevant things. I'm glad to know you're a member of Purity First, apparently. Anyway, I think it's fine, right? At that point, he's just alive.
On the contrary, Dave, he is not alive. I'm a raging bigot. The rat, you see, is not the living being. It makes itself out to be just a housing for a computer program.
But...
Now I'm just waiting for Thanatos to be like, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. just absolutely go there.
No, I literally almost was like, Dave, I dream of electric sheep, Dave. I almost made the exact same joke.
Ships on fire out over the shoulder of Orion.
Fuck.
No, don't. I can't accept you. I can't accept you doing the fucking Blade Runner speech, but with your fucking Snake Plissken voice.
Joker-fied rat voice.
It's just the whole time you've been voice acting Thanatos, it comes across as David Hayter's Snake.
It's a hind D.
Jesus.
Crap battle.
Crap battle. Oh, it's some sort of cave demon.
Jesus Christ. It's so stupid.
It's just when Benson finally fights Thanatos. Rat battle.
Oh, fuck.
He's got Dave,
God, Benson.
he's got a speaker, Dave.
Benson would be a much better character if he was spoken. I should just solid Snake voice him the entire time. Oh fuck.
Gonna have a meltdown.
Come now, Dave. It's no different to putting a sticker on your mobile telephone.
No, I'm just reading. It's like really hard for me to not read it in a Snake voice now because because you put that in my head.
No,
come now, Otacon. It's no different to putting a sticker on your mobile telephone.
It's so stupid.
He just does as he's programmed to do and nothing more.
Infinite ammo. Why was he in the dining room this morning with Dean?
Pardon?
He just wanted scritchies. Yeah, he was in the dining room when I showed up this morning. Was talking to Dean. He was not talking to Dean. Dean would have commented on him on that happening.
And after that?
I think Roswell lost him when he took him into the kitchen for a snack. He was gonna eat the rat. Vincent seemed to stare through me, flexing his knuckles.
I see. Well, suppose I have a rat to find.
What do you think he was doing?
Nothing good, I assure you.
Dave, tell him what you know he was doing. You don't know what he was doing with Dean, but you know what he was doing otherwise. This is important information. Do you know where he is now? We could just ask him.
Alas, no. I'll see if I can find him and figure out what he was up to.
Should I help search?
No. It's all right. I suppose I best find where he is, lest he decide to try something. I don't need another reason to keep me up at night.
Just... Better get some rest, Benson. We can help. You just have to, like, let us know what to do. The thing that I never do to anyone else.
Duly noted. Now, if you excuse me, I have a rat to find.
Benson wandered out of the room, quickly at first before he started to slow down, stifling a yawn as he rounded the corner and out of sight. As for me, I thought about whether or not I should search for Thanatos on my own, or check back in with the others. Given how small he was, and that he could literally be anywhere else, I headed back to the dining room. Anyone here? Ty looked up from the dishes, grumbling. I'm here. What do you want? Oh. Seriously, Dave. If you don't need anything, get lost. Rubbing my head, I wandered over to Tyson and picked up a towel to start drying the dishes he's already set up on the side. I don't need help. Did you want help? Do whatever you want. We worked together for a little bit before I broke the silence, looking to Tyson with a frown. Hang on a minute. I thought Dave did the dishes. It would take way too long to scroll back, but I swear Dave did the dishes, and this, so it's weird that Tyson's doing them now, like 3 scenes later after dinner. We worked together for a little bit before I broke the silence, looking to Tyson with a frown. Sleep in my bed tonight. Whoa! Dave, after doing nothing all game, Dave got extremely forward. Pass. Pass. I'd rather get the sleep in. Right. I'm not gonna be using it tonight, so you can have the whole thing. Dave, I don't want to hear about you getting laid. You've been having trouble sleeping or whatever, and my bed is comfy. Just trust me on this. Take my bed for tonight and see how you feel in the morning. You're not going to go into my room, are you? Why? Is there something in there you don't want me to see? No? Are you sure? Okay, Dave, I don't think this is the time to confront him about this and then break off your progress you're making. Also, don't you have to share the bed with him in order for the technicality to work? Because he said they can't swap rooms. So, don't they need to share a room then? You went into my fucking room already, didn't you? I was looking for you. He grumbled, wiping his hands after draining the sink and turning to me. I don't need you judging me for the stuff in there. I'm just thinking ahead. That stuff doesn't belong to you, Ty. I'm thinking ahead to us getting home and not having to be broke. Fuck. If we have to bail quickly for whatever reason, we can leave it behind, but any extra money we can get, I'm making use of. Right, I remember that. Yeah, we knew he was doing this because we were like, this was established in like day 3 practically, and we're like, Tyson's based. Look at him go. He's just grabbing everything. What about the money that was offered for just doing the metal hunt? You think we'd find the whole set? Listen, if it fucking bothers you that much, then I'll not take anything else. And you'll put the rest back? Through gritted teeth, Ty grumbled and growled. Fine. Ty, come on, you should just... I should just what? Just leave me alone, Dave. I grabbed his hand and he flinched, ears twitching briefly. I'm being a dick again, aren't I? You're just tired, which is why you should borrow my bed tonight. I'll think of something else. We could bunk up to get together, but I think you'd like having the bed to yourself to spread out and rest. Those beds are huge. We've literally had 3 people in the same bed before. Like we had Sal and was it Sal, Orlando, and Dave in the same bed or something? Or Dean or Tyson was there? I think it was Tyson actually. I think it was Tyson, Sal, and Dave in one bed. We know there's space. He spun around quickly to look at me, mouth open to say something before quickly closing it, shaking his head. Okay, fine, you're right. Hopefully you feel alright after a good night's sleep, Ty. I'll swing by my room and grab some stuff and head over to yours, I guess. Sure it's fine? Yeah, I'm sure. I wondered where Thanatos was right now, if he'd already made his way into Tyson's room, or if it was going to happen later. Well, see you later then, I guess. He waved over his shoulder and he left the kitchen and then out of sight. I finished drying what dishes were left and then followed suit. After I'd knocked and been told to come in, I eased the door open and closed it behind me. Man. Sorry, I just got really annoyed by something. So... it's another reason why...
Me too.
I know, but it's just... It's another reason why Thanatos being the active cause of Ty's insanity is bad. Is like... There's nothing really thematic about Thanatos just intentionally trying to murder everybody. Even
yeah,
if
like
it is
being
this,
a pest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like...
There's nothing philosophical or deep about it. Yeah, it's a purely mechanical function of the plot.
We keep having things where like the right way forward for the plot is like right there. Kind of like how Dave was acting self-destructive before, so everyone confronting him about that made sense, but instead they confront him about a syringe, and it's like, what? No, that's not even his. That's not even evidence of his self-destructive behaviors. The syringe is irrelevant. Fuck. This is so pointless. They literally could just make this simpler by having it be that something that Ty stole is what's fucking with him. Because then there's actually, like, it ties into his character and his behavior, and it's a consequence of his actions, and there's, like, observations to make around him that inform the thing that is going wrong with him. Like, there's some kind of device that he stole, and it's fucking with him in this, like, telltale heart sort of way. But instead it's just Thanatos. The stuff's just also there, but isn't the plot. So it's like, the answer's right there. Like, you could just, it's right there. He could have stolen some device that looked important, and it could be episode 1 of Arcane, and it's like, there you go. But instead, it's not episode 1 Arcane. Instead, the stuff's also there. It has to be established as a separate plot point. And like, that would make confronting him about the stealing of the stuff more relevant, because his flaw, as the story is putting it, I don't know if it really is a flaw at this point, given that it's a super rich guy and he's dead, but and Ty is having a real tough time and is planning on running away to start a life from scratch, and is in a bad way. So he's like somewhat justified in trying to scavenge what he can here from the dead guy, but yeah, like the if you're judging it as being a flaw of his character that he's stealing stuff, then having that be what's causing him to go insane makes sense. And you already have set up that, like, oh, it's the dog whistle thing that only he can hear, which is like very Edgar Allan Poe. Like, you can do that, but then they didn't do that, and the Thanatos is doing it to be a dick / because he's commanded to, and finding a workaround, and that whole complicated mess that takes an hour to explain, and that's what they did for an hour, is explain it. But like, it's way more elegant to have it actually be a thing he's causing to himself, akin to like how the bear tranquilizers were a thing that Sal was taking and so on. But this one even directly ties into a flaw, which makes it a thematic death, akin to like the best deaths in like the best deaths in a Final Destination are the ones that build off of the character. Like, I see it. It's right. I can grasp the better storyline right there, because it's like they literally set it up and didn't do it. Basically, the fact that they set it up but don't seem to realize they set up the better storyline is agonizing. It's like, it's right. You did it. I can see it. It's right there. And that's where you get this is how you get me to write an essay about plush. Is that when I'm playing plush, I'm like, the better version of the story is right there. It's so weird that you didn't see it. After I'd knocked and been told to come in, I eased the door open and closed it behind me.
Are you heading to bed?
Not yet, or...
It's 2:15 p.m., Dave, so it's way past your bedtime.
Not yet, or maybe? I don't know yet.
You didn't know? Did something happen?
Well, no, but Tyson's gonna be spending the night in my room, and, you know.
You wanted to spend the night together.
That was Benson's voice by mistake. Oops.
Is that okay?
Yes, but you should have said something by the pool.
Oh.
But I assumed this might happen. As close as you and Tyson are, I didn't get the impression you were going to share a bed.
No? Why not? The two of us have shared a bed before, I figured.
I didn't get the impression cuddling with your brother was on your mind when it came to keeping him alive.
What? What? I feel like if you're worried your brother might freak out and hulk out and be freaking out at night, or something might be fucking with him, or he might go attack someone, that's the time to keep an eye on him. It's like, this is the ultimate, like, it's actually really weird that Dave isn't staying with Tyson.
So I assumed you would choose to spend the night with someone else.
Leave him unsupervised and just hope it works out when you're so worried about taking action. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. Did you want to talk to a bit? Or...
I wouldn't mind grabbing a shower if I could, and then, I don't know, go from there? Oh my god.
You haven't even told Dean you're broken up yet.
Yeah, that...
Get really... that D, Dave. God damn.
That is the horniest line Dave has ever said.
I have a book I was reading, but we can just turn in for the night.
Oh. I don't mind just resting while you read. I have a lot to think about.
I understand. You go shower and I'll meet you in bed.
Slightly funny. Has that
They're
happened?
banging.
Has that happened?
And if they're
before?
not banging, then they're actually banging, and it's a crime that we were denied this scene.
I'll just
Honestly, them banging
just-
right now after this conversation is like, they would be the most relatable and normal thing that anyone in this entire cast has done this entire time.
I'll just take a shower and we'll go from there.
You know?
Sal wandered over to the light and flicked it off before heading to bed. As for me, I went into the adjoining bathroom and had my shower. By the time I returned, Sal was just reading, and what little light was filtering in from the window outside. There's a lamp, weirdo. Not that lasted, given the moment I made myself known, he put the book down. I crawled in bed, and much like the majority of the afternoon, we just lay there in silence for a bit until Sal moved me onto his front.
Sleep well, Dave.
Just picked Dave up to sleep on his belly again. It's quite the move. It wasn't long after that I fell asleep to him lightly scratching my back, the gentle rise and fall of his chest keeping me relaxed. Ah, we've made progress. There was something scratching at the back of my mind, a thought or a sound. I wasn't sure until it became clearer.
Oi.
Huh? Thanatos?
Yeah, it's me.
Where are you? Where am I? Am I dreaming?
Sure you are. You're dreaming.
Why can't I see anything?
What did you want to see? Just open your eyes.
Home. I want to see home.
Sure.
Oh, he is dreaming. I thought he was just being a jackass. It felt like I was opening my eyes and my living room came into view. That was all. Just my normal living room. Or at least, it was at first.
This is your house.
Yeah, this is home.
It's small.
It is not. What the fuck? This house is huge. Coming from someone who lives in a mansion.
You're just jealous.
Am I?
Sure you are. Nice house, big open space. Why wouldn't you be a little jealous?
Yeah, but I can leave. It would be nice to have those things and a fancy house, but it wouldn't be home.
Home is just a place you label. It could be anywhere.
You're right. Home is just a place. But I could have $1 million in my pocket and it wouldn't make me happy, you know?
I don't understand.
Because you're a robot.
Are you saying that robots can't feel happiness?
It'd be nice if you could, but I don't really know.
Then what would make you happy? Actually happy?
I want off the mountain. I want to return home with all my friends.
And then what would you do?
What do you mean, what would I do? I'd enjoy not being in danger with the people I love.
Even knowing what you do now. The vault, Orlando's family. That someone wished so many people dead.
Yeah. Damn, I can never be happy again. I know the vault exists. What? I don't...
Save it. Let's just take stock, shall we?
The Dow is up 3 points. Ah! Forgot about this. Did we get to see this in full before, or was it like blurry or half opacity?
I thought he was like, oh, well, I mean, it was vignetted. So the corners were like blackened, I think. But I thought he was holding an axe. I guess not.
No. I think he just was bitey. I think the vision of Sal was holding an axe.
Maybe.
Which makes sense because he also has an axe on the start screen. There's some sort of connection between Sal and an axe. But yeah. That's a wild drawing of Tyson. Kind of neat. But just like, is he a werewolf? Why is the way the blood's distributed? It's just like, what is happening?
You remember this?
How are you?
This is your dream, genius. As a memory.
That's Tyson. Tonight. Well, tomorrow night. Tonight is tonight. You're currently in tonight.
Maybe. That depends on what you believe, anyway.
Don't hit me with that. You explain that that's how this works. If it's not how it works, then you're just lying to me. What I believe?
You don't know if you trust me. You don't know that if you do what I say, Tyson's gonna be safe.
You're right. I just don't want him to end up like that.
Guess we'll see tonight, huh?
That's what Tyson looks like after he splits you in half, Dave.
Yay. Before I could get another word in, everything faded to black again. The moment I closed my eyes, they stayed that way. Maybe I was thinking about home too much. Or maybe it was just my want for this whole thing to be over that made home appear so often in my dreams. Either way, I had had enough of dreaming for one night. And I wish that worked. I could just call it. That's enough. No thank you. Just opt in and out of dreams. Normal human functionality.